Have you ever wondered how some students are able to blast through their degree plan with ease and graduate early when you're just struggling to get through a standard semester of 15 credit hours? I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be so overwhelmed by all the assignments and projects and tests. And I also know what it feels like to worry about taking on a lot of student loans. Well, I'm about to let you in on a little secret that your university doesn't want you to know about, and it's called CLEP testing. So CLEP stands for College Level Examination Program, and CLEP exams are multiple choice exams that are about 90 to 120 minutes long, and they are administered by an organization called the College Board, which is the same organization that does AP exams, SATs, and PSATs. So the CLEP exam is a test that you study for on your own, and you schedule to take it at one of the College Board's testing centers. And what's awesome about a CLEP exam is that most universities will accept a passing grade on a CLEP exam in exchange for college credits. Yes, that means that you don't have to actually take a class and you don't have to pay for the class. All you have to do is study for one test, pass that test, and you can get credit for the entire class. So a CLEP exam costs $90 through the College Board, plus a small administration fee, which varies depending on which testing center you choose. And if you're in the military, then your CLEP exam could potentially be covered by your military benefits. Now, if you want more information about exactly how to take the CLEP exam, where to find a testing center, what CLEP exams are available, I will put links in the description below to the College Board website where you can find out that information. And also, if you want to know whether or not your university accepts CLEP exams for class credits and exactly which CLEP exams you want to take for your university and your specific major, then check out the link in the description below to my step-by-step guide to choosing which CLEP exams to take. That is a free PDF download that will walk you through that, and it's a really great thing to go through because you really don't want to waste any time studying for and taking a CLEP exam to find out that your university doesn't accept it or it's not going to help you towards your degree. So download my guide and walk through that in order to figure out which CLEP exams would work for you. But first, before we go through all those details, I want to walk you through 5 reasons why CLEP exams are a powerful tool to help optimize your college experience. So, reason number 1 is that CLEP exams help you save money. Lots of money. So this is the most obvious and compelling reason why people take CLEP exams. And it applies to both part-time students and full-time students. So part-time students save a lot of money because they have less college credits that they actually have to purchase and pay for. So instead of purchasing a class and taking it, they can just take the $90 CLEP exam, get credit, and just take less classes overall and really save a lot of money. And then full-time students can often take enough CLEP exams to graduate a whole semester early, an entire year early, or even more just with CLEP exams, saving thousands on tuition. So my personal story is that when I was in college, I had a 4-year scholarship and I was studying for a 4-year bachelor's degree in accounting. And I wanted to use my accounting degree to go on to become a CPA. But in order to get CPA certified, I needed a minimum of 150 credit hours to qualify for CPA certification. Now, most CPAs will get that credit hour minimum by either getting their master's degree or going to a 5th year in school, because 150 credit hours is about 5 years of school minimum. So I didn't want to do that because I had a 4-year scholarship. I didn't want to pay for an extra year of school, and I just wanted to get all my credits in 4 years and be done with it. So I started taking CLEP exams, and I ended up taking 9 CLEP exams, and I got a lot of class credits for them, and it really freed up a lot of time in my schedule. And I actually had to continue to take a minimum of 12 credit hours per semester in order to be considered a full-time student and continue receiving my scholarship. So I just continued taking classes, just 12 credit hours per semester, and I filled up that free time in my schedule that was created by the CLEP exams with classes that I knew were easy, so they weren't going to, potentially damage my GPA, and that were over topics that I was interested in. And I just went on that way through college, and I ended up getting way more credits than I even needed and easily reached the 150 credit hour minimum requirement in just 4 years. And I saved myself from going a full extra year of school or more in order to get that CPA qualification with the 150 minimum credit hours. So at the time, at my university, a full year of tuition was about $32,000. So I saved myself many thousands of dollars in tuition using CLEP exams. So these are huge way to save a lot of money. But on top of that, I also saved myself time, and I made my college experience more enjoyable because I just was able to take a light load every semester and actually take classes over topics that I was interested in. So that leads me to reason number 2, and that is that CLEP exams help you save time. So in addition to helping you actually graduate early, CLEP exams save you a lot of time because you don't have to take the actual class, which means you don't have to attend all the classes, you don't have to do all the assignments and projects and tests. All you have to do is study for one test, take that test and pass, and you can get credit for the entire class. So this is especially powerful if you're already familiar with the material that you're going to be tested over. For example, when I was in college, or when I was in high school, I took the AP Spanish exam and I got a 4 on the AP Spanish exam. But whenever I went and looked at my college transfer guidelines, I saw that I could get credit for 3 Spanish classes with a 4 on the AP Spanish exam. But if I got a passing grade on the Spanish CLEP exam, then I could get credit for 4 Spanish classes. And now I was a double major in accounting and Spanish, so I did want that extra Spanish class credit. So I just went and took the CLEP exam. And I was really surprised to find this out because the AP exam was actually a lot harder than the CLEP exam. And so when I took the CLEP exam, I passed easily with a high score, and I got that extra class credit without any additional studying required. So if you're in this situation where you're already familiar with the subject and you could take a CLEP exam and get college credit, what I would recommend that you do is take a practice CLEP test. There are a lot of free practice CLEP tests online. Free clepprep.academy is one example. So you can find these practice CLEP tests, take one, and if you pass with a safe enough margin, then all you gotta do is schedule your CLEP exam, go take it, and then you can get college credit, no additional time investment required. Right? So this is huge. And if you do take the practice test and you barely pass or you almost pass, then you can just look at what questions you missed and really focus your studies on those specific topics that you were, not nailing exactly. And you can still significantly reduce your time spent studying and get class credit with really minimal time investment. All that said though, even if you're not familiar with the subject and you're going to be learning it for the first time, studying for and taking the CLEP exam rather than taking the actual class can still save you a lot of time because you don't have to attend all the classes, do all the assignments and projects, study for and sit for multiple exams, and do whatever other busy work your professor could have you doing. You can really save a lot of time because you just have to study for one test and study just enough to pass and then take the test. And it varies by your university and which CLEP exam you're taking, but in most cases, universities will give class credit for a 50 out of 80 on the CLEP exam, which is just 62.5%. So it's not like you have to know everything about the subject in order to pass. You just got to know it generally and study enough to pass, and you can get credit. Now, to find out specific details about what grade your university would require for the CLEP exams you want to take. You can find out how to find that out in my step-by-step guide to choosing which CLEP exams to take, so don't forget to check that out. I'll link it in the description below. Now, moving on to reason number 3 is that CLEP exams really provide flexibility in your schedule. My favorite part about the flexibility that CLEP exams provide in my schedule was that I was able to get out of taking some really early morning classes. So at my university and for my degree plan, I was required to take several classes that were only offered at 7:50 a.m. and attendance actually counted towards my grade. Now, I'm not a morning person, and I had to get real honest with myself and realize that taking those classes is just setting myself up for failure. So if you're in that situation and you gotta take an early morning class, just don't take the class. Do yourself a favor and CLEP out of the class and just move on with your life without going through all that mess. CLEP exams also just help you get out of other inconvenient class times that may conflict with your work or your sports practice or whatever else you have going on in your life. So the flexibility is a reason why CLEP is a really great option for student athletes, for students that are working their way through college, and for adults that are working full time while going to school or, raising a family while going to school. So CLEP exams can really provide that flexibility, and that's a huge plus. And now reason number 4 is that CLEP exams are self-study. Self-study means self-paced. So you can zoom through the topics that you're already comfortable with and that are easy for you. And you can just take it real slow on the ones that you need a little bit more time. But also what's really awesome about the fact that CLEP exams are self-study is that when you're actually taking a college class, you never know if you're gonna get a total lemon professor. Like, there's seriously nothing worse, I know from experience, than sitting in your college class knowing that you're spending a ton of time and money to be there just to get confused by your professor, or to literally fall asleep listening to your professor read in a monotone voice off of a slide every day, right? So just avoid that altogether by studying for and taking the CLEP exam. And the truth is, a lot of those classes that tend to have the lower quality professors, they tend to be general education courses, and CLEP exams tend to cover a lot of those topics, so they can be a really great option. Okay, final reason number 5 is that CLEP exams are great for your GPA. So the policies for each university are different with regard to this, so you're going to want to make sure to check out your university's policy. But in most cases, a passing grade on the CLEP exam is accepted by the university for class credit with no impact at all to your GPA. So that means you don't have to risk actually taking the class and getting a bad grade and having it negatively impact your GPA. This is huge because I know I had this class one time when on the first day of class, the professor stood up and just bragged about all the students that he has failed and how it is nearly impossible to make an A in his class. The guy took pride in it. You can avoid professors like that altogether by just taking the CLEP exam. And another thing is that you just never know, like, life happens. You never know when something big is going to come up in your personal life right before a big assignment is due, or right before you have a big test. And sometimes a bad grade on one assignment or one test can have a huge impact on your overall grade. And you don't have to worry about that when you're taking CLEP exams. And my final point about your GPA is just that when you're taking CLEP exams, you don't have to worry about making an A in those classes that you're getting CLEP credit for, and that frees up a lot of time and energy for you to really focus on making great grades in your other classes that you're actually taking. Those are my 5 reasons why CLEP is a really powerful tool to optimize your college experience. So now you know the secret weapon of many high-performing college students. And if you heard anything in this video that you found helpful, please leave me a comment down below and let me know what that was for you. And if you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below and ask me your question, because I really want to know what questions you guys have so I can help answer them through this channel and just really help you out in your college journey. Also, don't forget, if you want to find out exactly which CLEP exams to take at your university that will help you earn credit towards your specific degree, don't forget to download my step-by-step guide to choosing which CLEP exams to take. It's a free PDF download and it's linked in the description. And also, if you just want to find out more information about CLEP exams in general and how to, be successful in college, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to click that little bell. That's going to notify you every time we release a new video. So we really want to help you not only save time and money in college, but really unlock your potential to perform at your best.